Have you ever wondered about the profound meaning of yin and yang? Yin and yang symbolize the dual nature of existence. Yin represents feminine energy, receptive, dark, and passive, while yang symbolizes masculine energy, dynamic, bright, and decisive. But it goes deeper than just being opposites. Yin and yang depend on each other, intertwine, and are always in a dance of balance. As Alan Watts aptly put it, yin and yang are not at war, they're dancing. Alan Watts opened a gateway to the soul with the concept of yin and yang. In Taoist philosophy, it's not just a foundation but also a profound journey into the self and the universe. Yin and yang represent not only inner balance and peace but also an endless source of inspiration for creativity and spiritual advancement. Our experience in this world can be expressed through the language of yin and yang, a subtle and profound language that connects us to the boundless existence of the universe. This video aims to explain the profound meaning of yin and yang, a mysterious concept in Taoist philosophy. The colors black and white, two symbols of opposing forces, are often seen as representing yin and yang. However, what's interesting is that they not only exist independently but also complement each other. The constant attraction and repulsion between these two forces create continuous transformation, reflecting the universe's constant innovation. By gaining a deeper understanding of the meaning of yin and yang, we can perceive the universe more profoundly and change our perspective on it forever. The phenomena of birth and death, winter and summer, substance and void, all are material manifestations of yin and yang, a mysterious and complex concept in Taoist philosophy. Yin and yang, sometimes translated as dark and light, are often associated with masculine and feminine qualities. In ancient texts like the Tao Te Ching by Laozi, we see references to the mystery of the feminine aspect, or the Great Mother, represented by the color black, the symbol of yin, and the masculine aspect, the clearest expression of vitality, represented by the color white, the symbol of yang. However, this is not about gender distinction. Instead, it describes the different characteristics of each individual. Both men and women have aspects of both yin and yang, a concept that Carl Jung, the Swiss psychologist, referred to when discussing the animus and anima, the two unconscious aspects of masculinity and femininity. Furthermore, when looking at the symbol of yin and yang, we see a black dot within the white area and a white dot within the black area, symbolizing the idea that both femininity and masculinity contain seeds of each other. So, what is the difference between yin and yang? And what can be considered yin and what can be considered yang? Before I can explain this, it's important to note that there's nothing absolute about it. Each person can interpret and experience the meanings of yin and yang in their own way. Yin or yang truly depends on the circumstances. This is what Laozi wrote in Chapter 2 of the Tao Te Ching. Being and non-being create each other. Difficult and easy support each other. Long and short define each other. High and low oppose each other. Before and after follow each other. Every example given contains elements of yin and yang. It can be understood that in every situation, existence and non-existence, difficulty and ease, long and short, high and low coexist and interact, creating balance and the development of the universe. Yin and yang, two peculiar yet immensely beneficial concepts. Yin, often understood as passive, empty, and dark, intertwines with captivating and mysterious meanings. Meanwhile, yang represents dynamism, masculinity, manifested through light, warmth, and aggression. The combination of these two elements creates a balance, a captivating and explorative cosmic dance. The wonder is that both yin and yang carry within them immense power, gradually revealed over time. Looking into the profound philosophical lines of the Tao Te Ching, we understand that every concept, every phenomenon in nature, carries within it both yin and yang aspects. Long and short, existence and non-existence, all exist based on their contrasting relationships. Although the value of yang is often more readily recognized, the importance of yin cannot be denied. It is a deep source of energy, containing miraculous and unpredictable power within. Let's consider a simple yet profound example of the power of yin and yang in everyday life: the cup. The yang aspect of the cup is the hard and dry material it is made of. However, what truly makes the cup useful is the emptiness inside. Without that emptiness, the cup would not be able to contain any liquid. Viewing emptiness in this way, we realize that it is indeed an indispensable part of every aspect of life. Reflect on emptiness, an essential aspect of yin and yang, through specific examples. Without empty space around us, we couldn't punch or kick a soccer ball. And without silence within sound, we couldn't speak, as we need moments of quietness to distinguish between tones. Moreover, without an empty room to step into, and without vast empty space in the universe, our solar system wouldn't function. All these examples illustrate a particular aspect of yin and yang, its passive nature, an indispensable part of our existence. Society often looks down on passivity, placing great emphasis on proactive action, achieving results, and advancing further. We seem to forget the value of slowing down, accepting, and embracing passivity in life. However, in reality, passivity is not only an important part but also the foundation of every achievement. It's where we can observe, learn, and grow. Remember that sometimes pausing and being passive can also be a positive action, helping us create new opportunities and achieve balance in life. Consider the training of strength as an example. Muscles are not formed solely in the gym. In fact, they are built during rest periods when we are lying in bed, relaxing on a lounge chair, or in any situation where we are inactive, allowing the natural process of regeneration and reinforcement of muscle tissue. This highlights an important characteristic of the receptive nature, attraction. We can see this drive everywhere in nature, from flowers waiting for insects to pollinate them, to a woman enticingly waiting in a bar for a courageous man to make the first move, and even a black hole just sitting there doing nothing but still drawing everything around it closer. In the philosophy of Lao Tzu, yin is often described as soft, like water, while yang is compared to hard stone. A clear example of the softness of yin is the Grand Canyon, where water has overcome obstacles without needing to exert force. However, yin cannot exist without yang. For instance, warmth and light are essential for life, and emptiness only becomes useful when something is built around it. This indicates that the relationship between yin and yang is necessary and perfect, like a great painting created from the combination of soft strokes and bold lines. It's indeed true that a flower can only be pollinated if there's active participation from insects, as they approach and perform what's necessary. However, upon closer examination, we realize that in a specific context, the masculine aspect always carries a feminine element and vice versa. For example, the bee could be seen as a symbol of yang in its relationship with the flower. But in reality, the bee embodies both yin and yang aspects, such as emptiness and fullness, defense and offense, passivity and activity. This is evidence of the richness and complexity of nature, where everything is not simply black or white but rather a harmonious blend of various elements. As we delve into each part of the bee, even at the atomic level, we can still perceive the presence of both masculine and feminine aspects. This is evidence of the richness and diversity of nature, where everything is not simply black or white but rather a harmonious blend of various elements. The yin-yang model is indeed the essence of the binary system, with only 1 and 0, creating a completeness and balance in nature. As Alan Watts pointed out, all of our experiences, from joys to sorrows, reflect the combination of being and non-being in life. This is part of the diversity and richness of nature. Looking at the complementary nature of yin and yang, we see that both femininity and masculinity exist and interact with each other, creating balance and perfection in nature and in our lives. As Lao Tzu illuminated, life often follows a natural cycle of change and balance. When one aspect becomes too strong, the other side will arise and develop, creating equilibrium. This is a characteristic of every aspect of life, from politics to nature, as each dominance yields and gives way to the other in a process of mutual support and equilibrium. The way natural life manifests the marvel of balance and perpetual complementarity is truly remarkable. To return something to its roots, we must let it spread out, granting it freedom and opportunity to grow. Conversely, when we wish for something to weaken, the first step is to respect and allow it to become strong. And when aiming to remove something, we also need to acknowledge and permit its development first. Life, like an intricate dance, combines masculinity and femininity, yin and yang, to create a world full of color and diversity. Yin and yang exist everywhere, in every object, every living being, and every cell. They are not just abstract concepts but the essence of all life. Each individual, from the smallest to the largest, carries within them both aspects of yin and yang, creating balance and harmony. In Taoist philosophy, the concept of wu wei, or action without action, is a method to harness the power of both yin and yang. The key lies in knowing when to act and when to let nature unfold. Only when we understand this can our actions occur naturally and powerfully, without the need for force or struggle, but instead, they flow effortlessly. By accepting and embracing the yin, we become more open to the natural unfolding of the universe around us. Sometimes, there's no need to intervene, just let things happen naturally. An overly enthusiastic gesture can make others feel imposed upon and fearful, and excessive interference can lead to unintended consequences. In many cases, issues can resolve themselves without our intervention. In fact, sometimes taking action only makes matters worse. Therefore, through understanding and accepting the yin, we can learn how to act more appropriately and effectively in our daily lives. When we withdraw, we enter the yin space, where passivity becomes crucial. However, it's important to know when to be passive and when not to be. Too much passivity can lead to unintended consequences, just like too little. In every situation, there are both dark and light aspects. Sometimes, our experiences become meaningful only because we've faced difficult challenges before. But most importantly, it's essential to learn how to balance between passivity and active engagement so that we can confront life's challenges with flexibility and wisdom. The contrasting elements in life are inseparable parts. They are crucial factors that help us understand and evaluate the value of everything around us. Without contrasts, without comparisons, there is no development or progress. When we see ugliness, we truly appreciate the beauty of everything around us. When we experience hardship, we truly appreciate the value of wealth. These are parts of life, challenges, and experiences that help us become stronger and shape ourselves positively. Absolutely, in life, sometimes we need challenges and obstacles to truly appreciate our own worth and to mature. Discomfort, difficult experiences, and even painful situations can be valuable lessons that help us become more patient, wiser, and, most importantly, more appreciative of all the goodness around us. These unpleasant people and situations are inseparable parts of life, helping us recognize and cherish the most precious things in life. When we learn to appreciate and learn from these obstacles, we become stronger and have the ability to propel ourselves forward. You are only beautiful because others are ugly. You are only rich because others are poor. They complement each other, creating harmony and completeness. Like day turns into night and night turns into day. This cannot exist without the other. So, the next time you see the symbol of yin and yang, remember the profound wisdom it holds. Embrace the dual nature of life and find peace and balance. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more insightful content.